Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. Sorry that my hair is like pushed back. I only have my hair up in a clip whenever I'm on mommy duty. I'm not on mommy duty right now, so I'm going to put my hair down. Whew. Feels so nice to have my hair down, honestly. Because every single day I'm always having my hair up in a clip. So now my hair is a little wacky and a little wet. I took a shower hours ago, put my hair up in a clip because that Haven, he's been like pulling on my hair whenever I'm holding him. So, ooh, feels so good to have my hair down. Okay, so I haven't live streamed in a while due to like being a mom, having a baby at my hip 24/7. So I am now able to do a little live streaming before my husband gets home. And what we are playing is Stanley Parable. I literally just opened this up and it's wanting me to put in a time. And it says 12 o'clock a.m. Honestly, it is actually 10:26. So I'm going to bring that down. No, go up. Thank you. Yeah, 26. Please enter the current time. That is the current time. 10:26 p.m. Your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Oh yeah, I forgot. Joseph was playing this a little bit. Is there a way for me to like restart this? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 10:26 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find. I'm just gonna leave it in the middle, honestly. How accurate is 10:26 p.m.? Incorrect? Oh, inaccurate or accurate? I'm just gonna keep it in the middle. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. That's scary. What did I just get myself into? I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. What the hell did I just get myself into? Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous. It shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Seriously, is there... Can I restart this, honestly? I want to restart. Videos, control. English, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish. I can't. I'm still learning Korean and Japanese, so let's stick with English. What was that? This okay. I want to restart the whole shit. Looks like I'm not restarting. All right, that's okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Am I standing? Okay, so I just want to... I don't know how to restart this freaking game. And I'm not going to. Honestly, because, like, one, I don't know if I have to buy it again to play it again and shit like that. So when Joseph and I played it, we gone through several stuff. Normally this is what you usually see. But apparently... when Joseph was playing this game, something literally told me that I should have him live stream. I asked him about it and he said, "Nah, I hate Mondays." That's what the cup said.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
I'm scared. Nope.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
You're a dork.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Broom closet. Let me in. Okay, there we go.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Yep.
No reason to still be here.
No, I'm still going to stay here. Oh. What do you guys think of this?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to stand here then. Alright. What do you guys think of this tiki
Are you really
cup?
still in the broom closet?
Seriously?
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I want to put myself in a closet.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
If you guys hear anything in the background, I have The Handmaid's Tale playing.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. My baby found himself on his stomach. He does not like sleeping on his stomach. Yeah. This always happens. Like every single time when I try to live stream, it's like he senses that I am filming, recording, live streaming, whatever. He senses it, and it's always hard for me to do this. Okay, let's get back into this. He's back to sleep, so.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Seriously?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Let's see what else he's gonna say before I step out of the broom closet. Nothing? Really? thought he might have more to say.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You want to bet? And I'm not a second player.
You too?
Yep.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Let's see a broom. Mop bucket. Tape, branches. I wish I could jump and see what's up there. What was that? What was that? Nothing? He's not going to say anything else? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna go down. Nope, I'm good. That kind of scared me a little bit. Oh shit, that scared me. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Can't see myself. Nothing. Shit. I hate it when it does that. Ooh, I wanna go behind. Nothing? Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What if I just type in random? Oh, they disappear. It's not letting me. Okay. I hate this. I don't like doing this by myself.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
is... What the freak? Fuck. Wait, I can... I'm scared to jump down there. What the fuck? What the freak is this? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Ooh, what does this button do?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Was I 327? I know, 427? Is that my was that my office? Or was it that? I forgot.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, shit.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ow. That's 3. Oh, I can't get...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On or off? What just happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? He had won. He had
Really?
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nice. Beat the game. Awesome. And I'm back to this. I will be right back. Be back. I am back. Okay, so I went up there.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Okay. Trusting you. Where the freak are you taking me?
Okay. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
I like this.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The Memory Zone. Oh.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh,
That's the year I graduated from high school, 2013. I still remember the chant. Where are the class that... Wait, what is it? Where are the classes making a scene? Where are the class of 2013? 2013, when Stanley Parable was released. Oh, okay. Our first kiss, our first car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. All right. What the freak? The British Academy of Film and Television Art. Stanley Parable. What the heck? 2014 Independent Games Festival. Audience Award, The Stanley Parable. Oh, cool. Collect it. The Stanley Parable Collector Edition. Alright. Wait, what does that say? The greatest wealth is memory. Zone sweet zone. The loving, in loving memory, the Stanley Parable. Good times. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. $1 bill. Why the music pop up like that? That's scary. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. What? Oh, they're all the same. British Academy of Film and Television Art Development Team. Nominee British Academy Awards, The Stanley Parable. Game Innovation British Academy Game Awards, 12 March 2014. And looks like they also debut game. Okay. And story. Alright. New video game release today. The New York Times. Oh yeah. When Joseph was first playing this game, we did end up seeing that scene right there. Los Angeles time. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. The choices are very, very tough on here. There you go. I feel like it's a little bright. Outside, yeah. Can I sit over here? I can't get past the bushes, really? Or the flowers?
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seule sur la pluie de l'eau.
The hell?
Et je n'attends plus que
What's
toi, mon amour.
that? In loving memory.
C'est là,
Stanley. Who the
dans
freak is little
la
Stanley?
mémorisation,
What?
où je me remémore les
What is
jours
that? Is that?
où je t'ai rencontré, mon amour.
Little Stanley is an animal.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
That
"Where so
literally
many
says,
games that aspire to
don't
be
read
more than
any reviews
games end
except
up
this
less
one."
than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I kind of like this room. The Stanley Parable. Okay. Is that literally Minecraft? They put Minecraft in here? Let's begin again. Do you guys hear that? The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. Oh my gosh, that one. What the? Yeah, I should have had Joseph like film or record. I haven't gotten into that yet. Or that. Like, that one right there. I feel like I'm missing something. Shit. Well, there's no going back. The person of the year. Memory zone maintenance. Huh. Okay. The greatest wealth is memory. Scott K. Who is Scott K? The end is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from
Fuck you.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I just heard a door open. Okay, those door. Is that another door to open? Yep, but I can't go in there. Okay. Let's read this. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Alrighty. He already read this, right? I've always been someone who wants to go the wrong way first in games. When I sense that a game is trying to usher me down a particular path to get me to run from left to right or maybe to charge straight ahead, I need to satisfy my instincts to go against the grain, to explore, to see what the designer have put back the other way. Sometimes I find a one-up or a collectible stashed away to reward me for my intrepid behavior, and other times my explorations are rewarded only by the crushing disappointment of running up against an invisible wall. Whatever I find or don't find, my action is a manifestation of my desire to exert some independence. To make my own choices within a system that severely limits my options, to encourages options and encourages certain specific behaviors. The Stanley Parable feels alive in its responsiveness to your choices and its desire to subvert your expectation and keep you on your toes. I think of the Stanley Parables as a sort of video game that analogs the analog for Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze's brilliant film adaptation, which gently mocks the way in which in which so many film manipulates audience with I can't say that word, plot twists and situations in which characters learn huge life lessons while simultaneously. I am having a hard time reading. Moving me with its formulaic, oh my gosh, whatever that word is, plot twist and situation in which characters learned huge life lessons. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and in other systems too, like our workplaces and our families, and a game that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. Going the wrong way has never felt so right. Whew. Okay. Repeatable carpet texture, ready for your game project. Bike. I can tell that I cannot go in there. So what's over here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
So I can't. Oh, okay.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Okay.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Maybe.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Where do I go? Whee! Alright.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Yeah, you
You
are.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh,
You are.
goodness. This is actually quite shocking
I'm
for
telling
me.
you now.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Don't feel that way.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
What does that cup say? I can't read that cup. Where are we going? Whee!
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button?
Yep.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh my gosh. Not this. I remember this.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a...
Oh.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, to all of the choices you've ever made... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial, something along the lines of, "This game is the best game." Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
You done?
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's...
Whoa, the door's
there's
gone.
really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah, the door's
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yes.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
No.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it?
You better hurry your butt up, then.
Good. I'll be right back.
Okay, there's no door. I can't ram my body into it like he asked me to. Yeah, there's nothing. Nada. Zilch. I know he said he doesn't want me to press the skip button, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button.
On and on and
I'm
on and
frozen
on and
in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll...
Pause. I am going to move my screen because I keep looking this way, and I want to look like I'm actually looking at the screen or looking at the game.
Press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful...
Bye.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
It is scary.
Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
No.
You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid, as I do,
I don't know what he's
that
talking
perhaps
about
one
anymore.
day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Is he done talking? Really? Huh? I hear breathing. Does anybody else hear breathing? I can't. Nope.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said.
Finally lost his mind.
He didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally announce...
I'm hearing drips.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
Yeah, I'm at the part where the narrator is literally losing his mind and repeatedly, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. Yeah, the game is fun. It's a little scary, even though I know there's not going to be any jump scares. Um, no, I know that. It's just like, huh. Well, here's the thing. I'm at a part where there's a skip button and he's asking me not to do it, and the more I hit the skip button, the door is gone, the lights are out, the narrator is losing his mind, telling me not to press it or he'll be all alone, and he has nobody to talk to for years, and the room is just like falling apart. Yeah, that's what I'm on right now. Nice. Any comments? No? Okay, that's fine. That is okay. Um, I do not unless you know how to get it working on your part. No. Well, yes, we did do something like that. It's just um we didn't do the whole like forgot my password thing. All right. Well, I'll see you when you get home, okay? Okay. Love you. Bye. That was my loving husband. He's actually on his way home from work right now. I'm still going to continue playing this game until I'm done with whatever this is, wherever I'm at. But I'm actually going to be right back really quick to go start the oven. Oven? What? To go start the oven so we can have pizza tonight. So I'll be right back again. Sounds like the narrator is losing his shit. All right. BRB. And I am back. Fix my hair a little bit. Okay, let's see if this guy is still saying it's never the end.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Is there ever an end to this one?
is never the end, 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 is never the.
Okay. More drips. Oh. The room is being destroyed. Sunlight. Hello. Hi. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like that sound. Oh. That's not coming back up. I can't go down here. And everything got dark. It's never the end is never the end. Oh. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait. Input received. What? Okay. Yeah, he's okay, my love. I promise, okay? Do not torture him. He didn't go to bed till 10. New content. It says new content. My husband's here.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah, I
yes,
did.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Wait, what? Where are you taking me?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. This, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Investor Staircase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh. New mug. You watching my Snapchat?
Do you have those videos saved?
Yeah.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Can you go on the bus?
What bus? Oh, I didn't see the bus. Nope. Ooh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. Haven.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
You sure?
Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I work very hard on?
No, I want to hit the button again.
Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name, the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
I did.
More buttons?
Yeah, but I can't hit those.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Enjoy the new feature. What's...
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Infinite hole? What? It won't end. Oh, I just realized there's merch over there. Setting world champion. Infinite hole. Free achievement. Which one do you think I should go to? Settings world champion. Infinite hole or free achievement? Infinite hole. On it. Question is, how do I get there?
Free new though. That's the achievement. Infinite hole that way.
Okay.
Read the signs, girl. No.
That's not it. You sure?
Read the sign.
I'm reading the signs. What?
You're going the right way.
Okay. Am I going to be jumping into the hole?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. It says just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Yeah.
Are you scared to do it?
No. I just want to walk around it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I don't see it on my keyboard.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that
That's why I
you're
have trouble
unusually
trusting
fascinated
you.
by falling.
Not you, him.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, okay. You're the problem.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we...
Did the thing beat?
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh.
Because it has these ups and downs where it ebbs and flows, where the community is sometimes very happy with like an update that gets rolled out, and another update comes out and it completely ruins everything, where it's an unplayable, irredeemable mess that is just rife with greed. There are just so many like very scummy practices Star Citizen gets away with, and it is just a wild ride every time I tune into the latest happenings in the soap opera. And today I saw Kira uploaded a video called Star Citizen Disaster Livestream. And this has to be up there with one of the wackiest moments I've seen from Star Citizen's development hell.
Context, Dave just played an unscripted version, like an unscripted playthrough of a mission in the game for an hour and a half roughly. It's been really bad, it's broken, it doesn't work. They're really passively aggressively interacting with each other because of how broken it is and how frustrating it is. And this is how they end the stream. They're just wiped and just watch. Yeah, we have to respawn and go back, right? The awkward. We might well be locked out here now on this build. Wait, well.
At this point, we're at time.
Yeah, right, fair enough. We lost.
Wow. We're at time. Sure. Those words are like venom leaving his mouth. Big Boss comes in. It's your show.
Okay, I'm back.
We both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I want to see what happens if I don't do it. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Meeting at 2 p.m. Just the two of us. Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my... Oh, for heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I do.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Whoa.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
You can't even jump out. You have
No.
Oh.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Your fault now.
You sure? Well, I mean,
Unless he's fucking with
I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
How?
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Yeah.
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
He just left.
Yeah. Now it's just you in the hole, and you can't even jump out. You
No.
can't teleport. You're fucked. I hear something. Someone coming.
I thought it'd be fun. I get to get out of the hole. Want me to? Oh. I don't look attractive. Oh,
Why is there two different buttons?
I see that. Yeah.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine.
What the hell is going on? Change yourself? Oh, freak.
You're upside down, okay?
Oh. I've never seen all this before. Error.
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating, that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused
Let
on
me
the whole?
out.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to
No.
all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
A whole new office. Red is the new orange. The new update ray traced more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the new features, new content, new ideas. Jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
There. I was just putting it to Jess's age. What is this over here? No, please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Which one do you think? Get Well Someday or Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece? Wait, Stepniece.
Stepniece, that's fun. Do with that.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
That's not impressed.
Nope.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Now I can't go in there. Okay. Free, new, and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Wait, what is it? Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. Later. Collect them all.
collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Yeah, get me out of here.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
That says exit.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
He's not giving me my achievement. Is there anything else?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Exit that way. Collectible. I did the jump. This, what? The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
So I'm carrying around a bucket with me. Oh. It's ready. Okay, so dinner's ready. I'm going to end the live stream here.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable?
I'm gonna end the live stream here. Hopefully I can get back into this later. Maybe tomorrow or the day after that, maybe. We'll just have to see. But thank you guys so much for watching my live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see y'all in another video or live stream. Bye!